morning. My name is Cheryl Graham Peters, a reporter from General News Station, and I'm reporting to you live with breaking news and new findings on a well-known religion we know as Buddhism. Gautama Buddha, also known as Siddhartha Gautama and Shakyamuni Buddha, or simply the Buddha, with generations of followers, was born in Kapilila, Vastu, Nepal. Buddhism is often described as a non-theistic religion because Buddhism is not a religion of God. It's a religion of wisdom, enlightenment, and compassion. The Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, was a human being who attained full enlightenment through meditation and showed us the path of spiritual awakening and freedom. In his first sermon, the Buddha set forth the Four Noble Truths, which was the foundation for all his later teachings, and they are: life inevitably involves suffering, dissatisfaction, and distress. Suffering is caused by craving rooted in ignorance. Suffering will cease when craving ceases, and there's a way to realize this state, the Noble Eightfold Path. In the Four Noble Truths, the Buddha diagnosed the human condition and proposed a cure, one step at a time, and in the origin of dukkha. In dukkha, this unique doctrine states there is no immortal self. A human being is impermanent, composite of interdependent physical, emotion, and cognitive components. The Noble Eightfold Path to liberation offers ways to purify the mind of afflictive emotions and avoid unwholesome actions. By following this path, we can live a happy life and also create the causes for a favorable rebirth. Ultimately, the path leads to freedom from the cycle of death and rebirth and the peace of nirvana. There are 8 aspects of this path, and the first is comprehending reality correctly. This means seeing through illusions such as the idea that wealth and possessions can bring happiness. The second aspect of the Noble Eighth Path is the right thought or motivation, with the teaching helping us uncover any afflictive emotions that affect our thinking or tendencies to hide our imperfections. The third aspect is right speech, to relinquish the propensity to lie, gossip, speak harshly, or engage in divisive speech, and instead to use communication in the service of truth and harmony. The fourth is right action, to avoid destroying life, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and intoxicants. The fifth is right livelihood, choosing a profession that does not cause harm to others or disrupt social harmony. The sixth is right effort, striving continually to eliminate the impurities of the mind and diligently cultivating wholesome actions of body, speech, and mind. The seventh aspect is right mindfulness. It's a distinctive feature of the Buddhist path. The way to liberation requires discipline and the cultivation of awareness moment to moment. The eighth aspect is right meditation, and that applies to mental discipline to quiet the mind and develop single-pointed concentration. Then there's the wheel of birth and death, which primarily operates because 3 root afflictions exist: attachment, aversion, and delusion. Then there's nirvana. The Buddha said little about nirvana, the goal of Buddhist practice, but described it as desirable state of mind. The only way to end the cycle of suffering is to end all craving and lead a life free of attachment that has no karmic consequences. Karma is something I firmly believe in, and I agree with that last statement because that is something I've been practicing for a while now, for quite some time. And I do believe what goes around comes around. What you give, you get back. What you reap, you sow. So I'm a firm believer in the karmic, what I just said. For his final resting place, Buddha rested in Kashingar, India, and he's said to have died from poisonous mushrooms or spoiled pork. He has a spouse, Yasodhara, his son, Rahula, his parents, King Sadahona, and Mahapajapati Gautami. He had a brother and sister, Nanda and Sandori. My name is Cheryl Graham Peters, and I was reporting to you live the new findings on this religion called Buddhism, and I hope you enjoyed it. And once again, the karmic consequences. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Watch out for those karmic consequences. Thank you, and have a nice evening.